Hello guys, it is MG2195 here. I'm going to show you how to customize your capacitive buttons. You know, like change the color of it. There's a few ways you can do it. As you can see on mine, they are green. Green, 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 green. Alright. So what you're going to need, the way I do it, I just use a Sharpie. But you can use a colored paper, thin colored paper, it has to be thin so the light can shine through it. Or tape, colored tape. That's what you're going to need to do. You have to pull out that battery, first of all. So we pull that baby out, and then we pull out the SIM card. And the SD card, if you have one, pull it out, pull all that stuff out. Alright, so we gotta unscrew that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, and that screw. Alright, so let's start unscrewing things. Alright, I'm trying to do this now. Alright, so there's one. Oh yeah, you're gonna want to unscrew with one of these mini screwdrivers, mini watch screwdrivers, I think they're called. If you have one of these around, get them. You can, if you don't, you can probably get them at like hardware supply store, Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that. I don't know what kind of stores you guys have where you live, but that's what we have where I live. You don't want to lose these, because if you lose them, you know, your casing might be loose. You don't want that. But if you do lose them, don't really worry too much about it. It's not like your phone's gonna fall apart. I mean, the case is on there pretty snug. Alright, so screw these off. Almost off. Alrighty. Screw this one off too. Alright, that's right there, that's where the USB is connected to the phone. So you really do not want to lose that screw, that's the most important one. Otherwise, if that gets loose, you won't have USB. Right, so one more right here. Sorry if it's bad quality, I mean, doing the best I can. I don't have a cameraman here. If my brother was here, I mean, I could ask him to film, but he probably wouldn't anyways, because he's not into modifying phones. Alright. So we got all the screws unscrewed, as you can see. They are all out. Out, 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 out. Alright, so now's the fun part. Now we take off the casing, which is actually not that hard. You just go like this and just pull it out. You know, the more nails you have, the easier it is. But I have no nails. But you know, it still comes off pretty easy. See? I got the case off. See, that's where the USB plugs into right there. Travels through all that. And that little wire right there connects to right there. And thus your phone is connected. Alright, well now there's two more screws we need to unscrew. That one right there. And that one right there. Alright, so let's unscrew those. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Thought I lost it. These are tiny screws, as you can see. Tiny. Do not lose them. These ones are the most important screws. If you lose these, then your motherboard might come loose, and if it's loose, then your phone might not turn on. Alright, so okay guys, I'm back. Sorry, ran out of memory, forgot to check what was already on the camera. There's a bunch of pictures and stuff on there, so just put it on the computer, so full on memory now. I can finish the tutorial. So I finished unscrewing these tiny screws. Look at how tiny those are. And compare them to these ones. Look at the size difference. Tiny. Compared to the SIM card, micro SD card. Tiny. Alright, enough of that. Alright, so anyways, capacitive light, it's gonna be right in between there. There's a couple ways you can go about doing this. You can just pry it open a bit, like that, and just go on from that angle. Or if you want, I don't suggest this, but you can just take off this whole motherboard completely. It'll require unscrewing some more stuff up here. And then, as you can see, there's a little orange copper wire thing right there. Right there. That thing's plugged into the bottom. You're going to have to unplug that from the bottom of the motherboard. And that thing is really just a pain to plug back. And I did it once. Like, it really makes it a lot easier to color these and do all your mods and stuff. But it's such a pain to put back on. It took me about a half hour to finally get it to plug back in. I suggest not doing it, because if that's not plugged in, you will not boot up. I thought I was done when I did that, but I finally got it in. So anyways, this is what you want to do. You want to take it, just pry it open a little bit. Wait, I'm trying to get a good view. The lights are right there. You can't really see it on the camera, but yeah. And then you can kind of see the lenses right there, the clear. You color those, and you color the LED lights up there. Alright, so grab your Sharpie. Alright, we grabbed our Sharpie. And we color the lights. Ready? Light, color it. Yay! Make it green. Color it. Color it. Alright, and then we color it. Alright, and then we get the lenses down there. We color those. Color it all around. The more green you get on, the better. You want to get as much on as you possibly can so that it looks good. Because if you don't color it good, then it's, you have to come back and take everything off again, and that's not fun. Alright, so I colored it all. Yay. Alright, so now screw everything back on. Well, you don't have to screw everything back on, but mainly you gotta screw this back on. Alright, so these tiny screws are a pain to fit in those holes. Like a pain, like you have to like drop it right in, but it's just so hard because it's so small. Alright, so we got that. So we screw that back on like so. Alright, and if you want to just test it out, you know, you can just plug the battery back in. You don't have to put everything back on yet. And right up here, the battery button is right there. Right there. Gotta just, it's a little hard to do, but you just gotta push it down. Whoa, it's turning on. What do you know? Alright, well, I'm afraid I'm not gonna allow you to watch it turn on because I'm working on some secret boot animation stuff, which I am not allowed to upload to YouTube. So yeah. So just wait till it turns on. It's turning on right now. Yada yada yada. Turning on still. And it's almost done. Turning on. It's my SIM card, my SD. Mini screwdriver. Got my crackers. speakers, boot animation I'm working on, XDA, got Facebook in the other tab. Oh, what do you know what's on? Yay! And now I don't got Signal because I don't have my SD card or my SIM card in there. So, all right. Now, as I turn my, oh yeah, they're already on. All right, so they're there. Green, yay, they're green. As you can see, it's shining down right there, green.